What's happening, straight up Tennessee family? It's your boy Ruck in the building, and happy Monday. It is Monday. It is Labor Day. I hope you guys had a great Labor Day. I'm telling you, I have. It's been a great day here at the beach with my family. But tonight, I couldn't let Monday go by without the Who Is show. And you already know what it is, man. Who is ETSU? We have a lot to kind of get into tonight. And specifically, we do have a great scout on the ETSU Bucks, what they're bringing into Knoxville. I have a great scout that's going to be coming live for you here, probably, 10, 15 minutes into the show. But, man, we're going to continue to talk about week one and what Tennessee has learned from their victory, man, against the Syracuse Orange. Josh Heupel met with the media today as well. We'll dive into his press conference, his thoughts, what he had to say, because he had to say a lot of things on the injury front that Tennessee is going to have to be without for an extended period of time. It sounds like, is it good? Is it bad? Does it allow for us to be put into a position to play some of these guys who we know can play and now have the opportunity? You're going to hear it all here tonight. Plus, I have a really cool update for something that I will be a part of. Really, the whole entire Straight Up Tennessee family will be a part of it. But I get the awesome opportunity. So stay tuned for that as well. But, man, it's going to be a fun Monday. I got my boy Dylan with me. You already know what it is, man. It's Straight Up Tennessee, baby. Welcome to the Who Is ETSU episode.
Tennessee's the program to keep an eye on. If you want to know which program that's not currently at the head table of college football, it's Tennessee.
Now Meshack's got to go. A fire! He needs a strike. Burton needs a bolt. Swing and a miss. And for the first time, Rocky Top reaches the mountaintop of college baseball.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to Straight Up Tennessee tonight on a Monday. You already know what to do, man. It's the top of the show. Like, comment, subscribe, and join the channel, man. Go ahead and hit that join button. If you don't know how to join, let us know, man. We can throw a link into the YouTube and into the chat there on Facebook as well, so y'all can hop in and join the channel here tonight on a Monday. Got a lot to get through tonight. It's going to be a really fun show, but, man, specifically, we're definitely going to give you a nice little scout on the ETSU matchup, kind of what Tennessee needs to do. ETSU is picked to win the SoCon this year. What does that mean to come into Neyland when we have our first game in Neyland? It doesn't really mean anything. Tennessee's still going to win by whatever they want to win by. But there are a lot of things, Dylan, man, I think that Tennessee must show us so that we just know that last week against Syracuse, like, hey, yes, we missed some assignments. Hey, yes, we missed some tackles. Hey, yeah, we dropped some footballs. But I want to be put into a place where we leave no doubt, right? Like, we leave no doubt, and that we understand that, hey, when we get to this place here in 1 week from Saturday, when the Georgia Bulldogs roll into town, we leave no doubt.
100%. Yeah, 70 is the benchmark. If we can get to that against Kent State, I 100% expect Joey to do it. What can you really say about ETSU? But hey, just improve, get better. That's all I can really ask for.
Yeah. Everybody watching live on YouTube and Facebook, go ahead, man. Like the chat up tonight. We will answer all of your questions that you have concerning the ETSU matchup, also concerning what we think about this team this year. I think we were all pleasantly surprised. We talked a little bit about this on the next day yesterday. I think we were all pleasantly surprised with how well things went on Saturday. Not that we didn't think that it could happen, but the way that things went well for us offensively early, it just made me feel so secure in what's to come down the line. Because if that was game one and we're seeing all these different formations, the motions, the motioning into a bunch set, Dylan, what? Like, yes.
Right.
Like, those are the things that we've been missing. And that's pro style, man. Like, that is what's going to get more of our guys to the league. I saw somebody run a post sit. I don't think we've ever ran that route. Ever.
Yeah.
And so that was really nice to see. But, you know, obviously the weakest link on Saturday was what? Defensively, right? Like, we just didn't play the best. It wasn't that we played bad. I think that we were incredible in moments. And I think that we were atrocious in moments. So it's kind of hard to balance, like, who are we defensively? You know, like it's hard to say right now.
Right. Yeah. And it feels really weird to say that the defensive line was probably the worst position on defense yesterday or
And
Saturday.
let's say it like this. Maybe defensive tackle.
Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, you go back to before the spring game, and Rodney Garner was doing an interview, and he said he knows his top three guys. Problem is, his top three guys couldn't be out there yesterday, so it's really just it's young guys trying to prove themselves. That's all it is. Because Syracuse should not have been able to run the ball on us like that, but things happened, and we had to make changes. But we're going to see who comes out of this. Because I know Rodney Garner, he's going to push them boys to the limits this week. And he's going to figure out who he's got. And the cream's going to rise to the top, and that's who's going to roll out there.
Did you see Ethan Utley take snaps on Saturday?
I don't think so.
What was the deal?
I'm not really sure about that. I don't know if he's nursing something from fall camp or what, but that
I
kind
thought
of
that
threw
was
me a
interesting.
loop too.
Did
Yeah.
you see Marion Dye take snaps?
Nope.
That's kind of bothersome to me.
Yeah, me too.
They're going to play this week. I mean, like, we know that, but I'm like, man, with how thin we were running, it didn't make a ton of sense to me. Like, I
Right.
thought that's why you brought in 5 stars like Isaiah Campbell. I didn't see him touch the field.
No.
And obviously, I know Zay was beat up a little bit in fall camp, but it still, Dylan, like, if the guys are available to play, what are we doing?
Yeah, you got to get those guys some run time because I mean, what even is the value of a red shirt nowadays? Like, we're not saving those guys for a red shirt, but you got to get those guys in there. Weathersby played a little bit, but he got hurt and he had to go right back out. So I'm not sure. I know Rodney Garner, he likes guys that have been here at least a year before they go out there. Because I didn't even see Jordan Ross a ton. I mean, he played, but it wasn't nearly
He
as
had
much
one
as we would think.
tackle. He had one tackle that was a TFL. Big play.
Yeah, for sure.
My guy Matt in the chat. What's up, Matt? He says, "What's up, Ruck? What's up, Dylan? What's good, Matt? Good to see you here tonight, man. Chopping it up with us." But yeah, Dylan, like you said, man, I like Tyree Weathersby. You know, he met with the media today, and you know, obviously he wasn't hurt enough to not play, but I think we did a lot of management as well. Once Jackson Moy went down as early as he did, I think it was like, okay, guys, let's just get through this game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think it was like, we know we can win with our 3-4s. Like, we can go 4 deep and win this game. And honestly, that's what we ended up doing there in that third quarter. Really, that back half of the second quarter into the third, like, and I felt like we just kind of tapered it off defensively, which I wasn't mad about, but I still thought that group should have been dominating, and they weren't, you know, like they weren't dominating like I expected it to happen.
Yeah, me either. We're just going to have to wait and see. Really, that's all we can do. But I expect it to be better. I feel like it came as kind of a shock for everybody to be able to play that early on the first game of the year. So I expect them to be nose down, ready to work this week. But luckily, Jackson Moy's injury is just an elbow sprain, so we should get him back pretty quick. I think David Hobbs should be back by Mississippi State, I think is what Hub said.
Yeah.
So we'll get that depth back. It's nothing like season ending.
Yeah, which is great. Off the top, obviously, Josh Heupel met with the media today. We're not going to go through the entire press conference, but there were some key points. Obviously, the question was asked about Jackson Moy. Dylan just gave you that answer. It's not a major injury. It was something that was big enough to say, hey, bro, like it's not a need for you to play in this football game. Let's rest that. Let's get that rehab started now. But I guess the biggest news was that Ricky Gibson will miss an extended period of time. Sounds like there's no timetable. Whenever I hear that from Josh Heupel, that lets me know that it's bad enough to where he's only going to play if he's absolutely needed at this point. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
And by the looks of the injury, I think it's a shoulder or something.
Yeah, that's what I had to guess too. But luckily, we got two guys, Colton Hood and Ty Redmond, that can slide right in there, and we cannot skip a beat. I like Ricky. I really do. I hope he gets better. But it's going to get nasty if Colton Hood and Ty Redmond play as well as they have yesterday. Or I keep saying yesterday, Saturday. If they play like that while he's out, he's going to have to work hard to get right back in the lineup.
Because then you got to think, man, now Boo Carter has to. It's expedite, brother. I know you weren't here. I know you out of shape. It's time to expedite because now you got to have J-Mac back as a corner, right? Like you don't really want that specific position because you don't want to take Idris out of that strong safety spot and move him to nickel or move him somewhere. Like Idris is perfect right where he is. You feel really good about the cornerback room as far as Colton Hood, J-Mac, Ty Redmond, but then also whenever we get Jermond back, right? Like you feel very good about the health, the depth, the physicalness, the talent in the DB room. So it's like, okay, guys, like this sucks going into Georgia, but it's not something that I'm most worried about, right? I think the biggest thing heading into Georgia week for me, Dylan, that I'm going to start this week while we're talking ETSU is we just got to stop the run, man. Like you stop the run against Georgia, make Gunner. I want Gunner Stockton throwing the ball 35 times against us.
Oh yeah,
because I promise you, that's a wicked season.
yeah. And Gunner Stockton does have an arm, but it ain't nowhere near enough. Take the legs out from underneath them, stop the run. If we can just pinch the line and just take away those running lanes, that's really the key. I mean, just don't get bullied up front and make sure you seal off those lines because our linebackers, they can do what they need to do to get back there and get the running back. But, yeah, that's all it really takes.
Yeah. I think that we are in prime position for young fellas in the back end to step up, right? Obviously, you saw Ty Redmond. Who's going to be that next guy, right? Like, is it Dylan Lewis, right? Like, is it Caleb Beasley going back to corner? Like, what is it? What is the thing, right? I don't know what it is, and that's why I'm asking the question. But I trust Tim Banks. I trust Willie Martinez. I never thought I would say that after the Butch era, but Lord have mercy, I trust Willie Martinez.
Yeah.
And it just showed me something, Dylan. Like what it showed me with Willie was he developed some NFL guys. Like Cam Sutton went to the league. Emmanuel Mosley went to the league. Like Nigel Warrior went to the league. Like he had a lot of guys that went to the league, but now he's got guys that are going to stay in the league. That's the difference. Now he's recruiting talent, not only that's going to get there, but they're going to stay there. And that's the difference. And what Willie's been able to do really these last 4 years and leading into year number 5 as that DB's coach there at Tennessee. But sucks about Ricky Gibson, but it does not make me feel worried at all, which is strange to say. He's a 2-year starter, but in 2 years, Ricky Gibson hasn't caught a pick, right? Like, so at some point, you kind of have to start looking in the mirror and say, like, okay, are we just excited about how great he is in the run fits, or like, do we want him to be a DB, turn his head and make an interception? Like which one do we care the most about? Obviously, they both matter, but for me, it's instant offense. Colton Hood, fumble recovery. Ricky hasn't done that, right? Like, I don't know. That's just where I'm at, and I want Ricky to come back because we need him big time. But at the same time, I'm excited to see who's the next young guy to step up in the DB room. That's going to be the question for me. And it don't have to be ETSU for me. Like, anybody playing well against ETSU legitimately means nothing to me. Like, Joey could go throw for 450, and I'm like, it was ETSU, brother. Like,
Right.
and I think last year we were just like, man, Nico threw for 300, brother. It was UTC, bro. Like, no,
Yeah.
because we saw the real Nico once we got into conference play. It was terrible. He's still doing the same stuff. But what did you learn about this team after week one, Dylan? Like, not the overarching stuff like, all right, Joey Aguilar might really be a dude. The running back room's great. Like what did you learn personally about what this team is now and what it could potentially be, bro, in just literally 2 weeks? Like, Tennessee has every chance, Dylan, to do something crazy in week 3. But what did you learn in week 1?
Yeah. I mean, it's a complete flip from what we've seen the last 2 seasons. Now we're going to be offensive heavy instead of leaning on the defense. And hopefully that trend continues. But, you see so much of the play calls that we threw together on offense on Saturday, and it's stuff that we have not seen before. It's formations we have not seen before. It's stuff like that that makes me really excited. And you go back and you think, who was the offensive coordinator from Oklahoma that we added?
Seth Luttrell.
Seth Luttrell. That's right. I don't know if he's getting more say in the playbook or what's going on, but this is amazing and something that we as fans have been asking for so long is to just expand on what you got, add to what you got. Because we did that in 2022. From 2021 to 2022, we added more stuff. We got more dynamic, more creative. And the last 2 years, it didn't feel like we were getting anywhere. It kind of felt like we were just walking in circles. It was screens and comebacks. But now that we've got this stuff working, and it is working, it's going to get dangerous if we can get that into the playbook.
Josh Heupel's done a lot of good things with this coaching staff offensively, right? Yes, Joey Halzle is your offensive coordinator, but you brought in Seth Luttrell. Don't forget about quarterback for Oklahoma that we brought in Landry Jones as well, who is seeing the eyes, right? He's seeing the guys. He's seeing the eyes of these guys. I found this out, Dylan. You probably knew this, but for everybody watching, the GoPro on the helmets, that film goes to one guy, and that's the offensive analyst. Had no idea about this. So check this out. This goes to the analyst because he wants to see what the quarterback is seeing eye to eye. Well, who's our offensive analyst right now? It's Landry Jones and Seth Luttrell. They're both there as analysts to just help see things visually in different formations, different bunch sets. Like, this is why I think we saw some – I mean, dude, I saw stuff formation-wise, brother, that I was like, it's nothing different. You just moved a guy.
Yeah.
And now you're just making these defenders think harder. Like, the 73-yard touchdown to Braylon Staley, Dylan, was in 12 personnel.
Yeah.
We were not in 11. Dude, we had 2 receivers on the field, and we hit a deep shot on your head on second down. What? Like,
and yeah, shout out to Joey on that play too, because I know everybody's talking about Braylon, but Joey sold that play action perfectly. Everybody bid on it.
Bro,
everybody did.
As soon as Braylon got to about, I tried to count today. It's super hard because they don't give you a great view, and I couldn't get the Skycam view from ESPN for some reason to work for me today when I went back and watched so I couldn't see it. But it felt like he was at like 22 yards before he took the inside. And dude, when that freshman corner had to open his hips, it was over. I mean, it was over. He burned him. And I haven't seen anybody do that in 2 years, bro. 2 years. Just blew it wide open. Going to the chat, Brent Rains in the chat. What's up, Brent? He says, go Big Orange. Great week to be a Vol. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Tim Rice, deep balls in the middle. What? Yeah. Yes. Crazy, right? Even the first play, right? Like first drive, you run the drag route to Mike. You run, which nobody's talking about. Like, the pistol set screen. Like we're in pistol, Joey does a hard sell to the right to flip his hips quick, throw it out to Brazel on second down, gets a first down almost. And then play number 3, we take a shot to Brazel, right? And I loved like the film guy, dude, Brooks Austin. What amazing freaking video he did, telling everybody. He said it. He really did. He's like, bro, I really think Joey Aguilar is going to fit in perfectly with Tennessee. And he said 3 things today. He's like, there's 3 things that a quarterback want that you definitely need from a quarterback to do when he's putting the ball in the air. Is 1, you lead him and you hit him perfectly. 2, you underthrow him. And 3, you never overthrow them. You never overthrow them, because now you're 5 yards out. Like, what is that? That's not helping anything. But if you lead them perfectly, obviously it's a tud. You lead them in stride, which is what he did with Braylon Staley. But the second one, Dylan, underthrow it. You know why? Because you're going to force the receiver to be able to make a play, or it's automatic pass interference.
Yep.
Every time. And that's Joey Aguilar. Just like, look, I know that this is the play. There's 2 of my guys down there. I'm throwing it up. And I'm just going to throw it up, and I'm not going to try to put it in the back of the end zone. I'm just going to throw the ball up. And what happened? PI, right? So it's brains. It's just football IQ. Like, it just feels amazing to have that back in that position. What did I learn, though, man? What did I learn personally about this team? I learned that the offense isn't broken, right? Like, I felt like last year we were all, really the last 2 years, man, like we didn't know what anything looked like other than a bubble screen or a slip screen. And I know that those plays are great for us because now we actually have more athletic receivers who can actually make something happen. Like when Mike Matthews caught that screen on Saturday, made the first guy miss. It's like he has the opportunity to take one of those to the crib if it's in the right spacing and he gets the right move off first. Like, brother, we're scoring 6. I believe the same about Braylon Staley. And so I learned the offense wasn't broken. Second thing is I learned that the linebackers are better than I thought. And let me explain. Yes, we were getting lost in coverage again. Yes, we weren't getting sideline to sideline when we had Jeremiah Telander in there on an island by himself. But if you go back and watch the tape, run fits were great. When you go back and watch the tape, the delayed blitz game that Tim Banks has thrown in with these guys, fantastic. The IQ has grown. Jeremiah Telander never should have been in position to make that interception. However, he saw J-Mac come late on that blitz, blow it up, really, and he pulls out of his zone to go make that play. If you go back and watch it, he's supposed to be middle third, Dylan. Like, I'm watching it. I mean, they're clearly playing cover 2. Like, I mean, there's nothing else they're doing there. And he sees J-Mac pursue, and he just says, forget this, bro. I'm bouncing. Which, if Angeli breaks that tackle or that ball doesn't get swatted, we're SOL. But that's why you got a great athlete in Jalen McMurray who made the play. And Telander, that's why you saw it, man. He was able to go get that interception. So I learned the linebackers were not they're not as bad as I thought, and I love that. And the last thing for me, third thing that I learned was that this offensive line can travel. And what I mean is, we didn't even play with what I would say is going to be our starting lineup, and we whipped them. We whipped them all night. Their 4-star transfer, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if the dude made a tackle. Like the pocket was clean. No sacks, Dylan. 0.
Yep.
I don't think Joey got touched. The deep ball to Braylon Staley was the one time I saw Joey get touched, and it was by his own player. Sam Pendleton backed up into him, right?
Yep.
So
it was that one, and then he got a little bit of pressure on the left side when he threw that touchdown pass to Star Thomas.
Yeah.
Lance Hurd was getting ran back a little bit, but he cleaned it up and he dumped him out of the play.
Yes. Let me hit the chat real quick. Brent Rains in the chat says Staley is going to be a problem for a lot of teams. I feel like he had the best day. Yeah, to me, Brent, to be honest, I think Brazel had the best day. And it's weird for me to say that, but I think it's because a combination of the routes that Brazel ran that we've never seen him run, and a combination of him, honestly, like Braylon Staley had a drop, Brazel had a drop. Brazel had 2 drops, I believe. But I was more impressed with Brazel's route running being 6'5" than I was with Braylon. I knew Braylon Staley is what College Football 26, the video game, would call a route artist. Like, dude can run routes flawlessly, dude. The way he gets down in his stance, gets down in the hips, breaks his cuts. You don't even know, like, he could be running an out and you have no idea because he's just so fluid. And so I think Braylon Staley had the best day statistically. But I really think Brazel, man, like, he showed me a lot. And so I'm hoping that Chris just keeps getting better, because think about this, y'all. Chris and Joey, yes, they threw in the summer together, but they really, like, Joey's thrown to Chris maybe 10 days out of fall camp. Like, and it looked like they had been playing together for a while. So that was really great for me to see. Brent Raines in the chat also said, it's nice to have a quarterback that trusts his receivers. That end zone pass to Star Thomas. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's just a football play, dude. That's a football play. Like, that is an improvised football play. And you make something happen. Literally, that's what they say, Dylan, making something out of nothing. Quite literally.
Yeah.
Because if Joey was patient, if Joey was even like 5 more seconds, not literally 5 seconds, probably 2 more seconds patient in the pocket, and Lance Hurd didn't get blew by there, right? Miles Kisselman was butt naked on on a smash route in the end zone on the right side. And that's where he was looking. But I think when he felt that pressure, he knew it was like, all right, man, I got to go step up in the pocket and go make something happen. So, let's see in the chat as well. Wow. Chatsworth 1979 says, was such a pleasure to see this offense. Yeah, I think we're all optimistic about what this offense can be. I don't think that it's polished at all. I don't think that it's even great yet in the eyes of Luttrell, Jones, and Heupel, Halsley. I don't think it's close, but I think that they gave everybody a taste, and this week you're going to get literally an appetizer. You're going to get an appetizer. You're still going to get these formations, but you're going to see a lot more runs. You're going to see a lot less shots. I mean, we're going to take shots, brother. It's what we do, but you're going to get you're going to get the house salad and the dinner against Georgia. You might not get the dessert because that might come on later in the season. But I'm trying to tell y'all, like, I think the house salad and the dinner course, Dylan, can get it done.
For sure. Yeah, we're gonna light it up on Saturday, one way or another. Just going back to what I said yesterday, man. Just get a little bit better, and then we can get a lot better going up against Georgia. That's all we need. Just when Braz is running an out route, hit him a half second earlier. When Miles Kitselman's coming over the center, get the ball in front of him instead of behind them. It's just very minuscule things that we need to tighten up. But if all those happen within the next 2 weeks, they're going to have a problem week 3.
Yeah. Yep. And this is the best thing, honestly, Dylan, like, that I love about this matchup with Georgia at the time that it is, okay? At that time, we will be the best team Georgia has seen. And at that time, Georgia will be the best team we have seen. However, Syracuse is better than both of the opponents that Georgia will have had played before playing us. That just gives me a little bit more like, okay, yes, Georgia, we know you're going to come to play. I know that. But you also have struggled year over year in your first 5 games against whoever you played in the SEC, Kentucky, early, and Missouri, right? Like, you're coming to Neyland, buddy, where, yes, you've won there the last 8 years. I cannot let 9 straight happen, Dylan. I can't let it happen. I can't let it happen. I don't care, dude, Dylan. I don't care if that game is like Florida did us in 2014, 10-9. If we win, I don't care.
Yeah.
It can look however it wants to. 2-3, brother. Like 3-0, 2-0. However, we gotta win it. Just go win it. And so that's my T. But y'all, we're gonna dive into a quick scout of the ETSU Bucks, kind of what Tennessee can expect. Before I dive into that, though, want to let everybody know watching right now, straight up Tennessee, myself, all the boys, man, we've been grinding so much. Really since June 1st of this year, we cranked everything back up. And sometimes when you work, hard work pays off. And I have got connected with my guy Bull over at the Blue Chip Breakdown. Really respect him and his channel and what they do for Tennessee athletics, the way they break down film, the way they break down our blue chip ratios compared to other universities and other teams we play, the way he communicates to the audience daily, literally, man, pouring out time, effort, and the things that he does is very inspiring to us all. And as we've been able to grow, we've been able to get connected, and I will be on the Blue Chip Breakdown weekly on Wednesdays for his midweek chat show. And so I'll be on there from, I guess it's 7:30 Eastern to about 8. I'll pull off because we'll still have our midweek chat, but I will be on the Blue Chip Breakdown from now until he kicks me out, I guess, to talk just Tennessee football, man, and how things can get better, how things can grow, how things look right now, how we feeling right now. So really cool opportunity, but y'all tap in with us, man. Wednesday, head over to the Blue Chip Breakdown. If you haven't subscribed to Bull and P and those guys over there, go ahead, Blue Chip Breakdown, follow them and then tap in with us on Wednesday night for the midweek chat there, and then hop on over here at 8:30 Eastern. So ETSU, Dylan, let's dive in, man. Here's what I've got. Y'all know how I am with scouts. It's ETSU. Why did I scout ETSU? I don't know. I'm addicted, I guess. So here's a snapshot of their roster, what they have. Obviously, they have a brand new coach. Will Healy is a brand new coach. This is his first season at ETSU. Obviously, ETSU is a SoCon. They're a Division I FCS school. Last week they had a great game against Murray State. It's Murray State. I think they won 45-17. Was a very, very impressive game. Over 600 total yards of offense. Scored a lot of points. Scored a lot of touchdowns. They do have 2 Division I quarterbacks that are now there at ETSU. Why they went there and how they got there is very interesting to me. But Cade McNamara, who was a starter at Iowa, also Jacoby Criswell, who also was, I don't know if he was a starter, but he played some there at North Carolina. He also went to Arkansas, I believe, for a year or so. And McNamara played somewhere else as well. I can't remember where it was, though. You remember, Dylan? Michigan, yeah. And wasn't he the one he got beat out for a job?
Yeah, I think JJ McCarthy is the one that booted him out.
There you go. And so he ended up at ETSU now. Their running back room is actually pretty dang on good. I think that they're going to be good. Devontae Houston is a guy from them who is the top rusher. He had 128 yards last week and 2 touchdowns. So he's going to be a guy that Tennessee needs to contain, especially I know that they are probably licking their chops a little bit after seeing what Yasin Willis was able to do. However, their offensive line is not going to be able to do half of the things that Syracuse attempted with us. But I digress. Wide receivers, they've got a guy named Isaiah Bridges. He's a freshman. Jackson Crosby, Kuda Cutlip. He's a freshman as well. The leading receiver right now in that room is Jeremiah Harrison, who has 56 yards and a touchdown right now. Their offensive line is a mixture, guys, of you got some senior leadership, but then you got a whole lot of youth, right? They have a 6'7", 337-pound freshman, but at the same time, their guards are the inside of their line are the more veteran pieces. So having tackles on the end is not a good thing for you when you're playing a team that their edges is where they live. Like, we want to live on the edge. And so if you're going to have freshman tackles, we're going to be able to eat that all the way up. Defensively, they've got a guy by the name of Chris Davis Jr., who's a senior. He's a defensive end. He's been there for a while. Jay Barnes is another senior defensive lineman. Mason Ball is a freshman. He's a guy that I think has a whole lot of upside for them. I don't think that he's going to do anything, in a sense that might spark us to jump at it or to be aggressive in it. But I do think he's a young guy that we do need to watch out. But right now, it's a physically kind of, how do I say this? The line is for what conference they play in, they can dominate SoCon with defensive. A lot of fresh talent, a lot of depth there for the SoCon. Nothing that Tennessee. Anderson, their guy, 6'1", 10 pounds. He's leading the team right now with 8 tackles. He's going to be the leader. He's the right. He's getting calls.
I think you're breaking up, boss.
We'll wait.
Okay, you're good now.
We good now.
Go about 15, 20 seconds back and restart.
15.
I was waiting on it to clear up, bro. I was waiting and waiting. I'm like, it ain't
Oh man. Where did I end at?
I think you were talking about Yasin Willis and the D-line being really excited to prove themselves again.
Jeez, that was a long time ago.
It was a minute, bro.
Oh wow. Jeez. Okay. Yasin Willis. What was I? Wow.
I know you started on the secondary.
Oh, okay. I was starting on the linebackers.
Yeah, you mentioned Chris Davis. I remember that.
Okay, yeah. So he's a defensive lineman. He's kind of their guy. They got a lot of depth there at the position, but at the defensive line position, but a lot of depth for the SoCon, right? I feel great about our offensive line being able to get whatever we want against them. In the linebacker room, Ty Anderson is their guy. He's a senior, 6'1", 210 pounds. He's leading the team with 8 tackles. The linebacker room for them is anchored by some senior leadership with him and Teddy Wilson. They have some juniors, but again, this is SoCon level backers we're talking. Here in the secondary, fellas, Dylan, let me just tell you this. Joey quite honestly could throw for 400 in 2 quarters if he wanted to. If Heupel wants to go throw for 400, we can go throw for 400. They have no leadership as far as veterans in that room. This is a young unit, very young unit. They're going to start a sophomore defensive back. He did get a pick last week, but from there, you got 1 junior, you got sophomore, freshman. I can't make this up. It could get spooky. It could get very spooky. But who is ETSU? Who are they? Like, what are they bringing to Knoxville? Like I mentioned, quarterback position is experienced. They do not lean on big plays, though. It's more of an efficient, methodical type offense, very much like Syracuse. Okay. I mentioned to you Devontae Houston, who's their offensive spark at running back, 128 yards and 2 touchdowns last year. Shifty, quick, like he's going to get all of their carries, which is not a good thing for them, because if we continue to pop him, that's not good for them. The offensive identity is, like I mentioned, efficient, not explosive. Defensively for them, they're balanced and not explosives. So it's everything that Tennessee desires to play, right? Like, we desire to play teams who don't want to send blitz, who don't want to be efficient on the offensive end. We can funnel you almost into what we want you to do that night. And so sounds like that's a great opportunity for Tennessee. Last thing, I've got 5 quick things that looking at ETSU's tape and comparing it to what we were able to do last week against Syracuse. Here's 5 quick things that I think Tennessee has to do, and will win the game. The first thing is just dominate the trenches. We have to physically overwhelm a team like this and make them feel us from the first snap. Defensively, same thing. Suffocate the running back. Literally make him hate himself. Make him not even want to hit that B gap. Make him not even want to play football again. Like ruin his life. Literally. That's all you got to do. Number 2, win on first down. Tennessee last week on first down against Syracuse is why we were so successful in the drives that we scored. When we did not win on first down, or we had a false start, or we had some type of something pop off, that is when we were put behind the sticks, and it slows us down. We have to win on first down offensively and defensively. Number 3, protect the ball. Joey, keep doing what you're doing. ETSU's defense wants you to do something and make a mistake. That's all that they were able to do against Murray State. Every time Murray State was getting something going, there would be a turnover. We just don't need to give them extra possessions. Protect the ball. Number 4, exploit the secondary. Yeah, I told you guys, they are very young and inexperienced. Tennessee, we're longer, we're bigger, we're faster, we're more physical. Like, Heupel is going to test them. Well, however, across the middle, to the sideline, however he wants to, brother. We can do whatever we want. So exploit it all night long. Like, let's get to the end of the first quarter, 35-0, and everybody can just go home. You know what I mean? Like, handle your business. And then the last thing, continue to play fast and keep the tempo up. We saw what it did last week. If you can't run, if you can't keep up when the ball is snapped, we're going to eat. And that's what we were able to do against Syracuse. And I think that's going to stay on my scout, I think, weekly. But especially against a team like this that will never see this much talent on the field again the rest of their season. So, Dylan, after hearing just a little bit about them, obviously we don't really care, but I'm too addicted to scouting because I like it. What do you think about this team? Like, let me say, before we go to you, Dylan, Tim Rice in the chat says, do you think that Boo starts this game, and do you think he will be back next year, or will we see his mom mess up his life and tell him to go somewhere else? There's no easy way to say this. Like, yes, he's gone. Like, I don't see a world where he comes back to Tennessee next year, which to me I'm cool with. Like, the thing is, the SEC made it plain and clear. If you transfer away from the SEC school, you cannot return to the SEC. You can't transfer to another SEC school. So if he wants to come back to an SEC school, that means that he would have had transferred twice. That just doesn't look good for an NFL career. And so I think it's up to Boo, man. I really do. I don't think – obviously his mom has a lot of say in his life. She was his mother and his father figure. Like, you know, just on some real stuff a little bit. And obviously his dad's in his life now. Like, we're not tripping, but his mom is kind of his rock. And you know, especially in Black families, like, I can speak to that, man. Like, when your mother is speaking to you, like, you listen. And sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad, and you just kind of have to live with the situation. But I think it's up to Boo, Dylan. Like, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that answer to answer Tim. But I think Boo Carter can be a Vol if he wants to. But he got to play better first, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Me personally, I think McMurray outplayed him in the slot. But obviously now with Ricky down, we're probably going to have McMurray sliding over the corner. So it's up to Boo. If he wants to play better and get better, then he's got every opportunity in the world to show everybody who Boo Carter is. But as far as him being here next year, I would not plan on it. His mom is tweeting about Dion every 5 minutes, and all the signs are pointing there. It's the worst kept secret in college football. But I just feel a little bit bad for the kid because I feel like nobody's truly in the kid's corner. if that makes sense. I feel like his agent's trying to take advantage of him. I feel like some of the people around him are trying to take advantage of him, and he doesn't have anybody that's really like looking out for his best interest, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But obviously I can't speak too much on the family end because that's none of my business really. But
I'm saying,
yeah. I hope he figures it out. I hope he gets better. The kid's still a volunteer, and he's still a 20-year-old kid. Like, I hope that he figures it out and gets back on the right track because, for everybody that doesn't know, like, I'm from Memphis. I see kids like Boo every day, and they all end up one of two ways. And they either figure it out or they end up on Fox 13. And so you hope that it's going to be the first option for him, and I'm praying for him. I hope he gets better. And I hope that he knows out there that while there has been a lot of talk around his name, we all just want to see him improve. We want to see him be a better person, a better player, a better man. But that's all that we're asking.
Yeah, I agree. Piggybacking off of that deal, like obviously with the scout at ETSU, what do you want to see this weekend? Like, what is it for you that you would like to see kind of switch on for us as we get this scrimmage before we head to Georgia, or I shouldn't say head to Georgia, but head into Georgia week?
Yeah, I really can't add anything to what you said earlier on your 5 points. Just dominate where you're supposed to dominate. Get in the trenches. Get in Cade McNamara's face. I want to challenge the receivers. I don't want to see a drop this game. If we can fix that and go into Georgia, we're sold. We're golden. I've never felt better about this team if we don't have one drop going into Georgia week. But other than that, like I said earlier, man, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse here, but we just got to get 1% better, and we're all good.
Yep,
but
I agree with you.
Do all three of those things, and let's get Joey out of here by the second quarter and see what Jake can do.
Yeah. Yeah, Tim Rice in the chat says, talking about Boo Carter, said he has a lot of upside, no doubt. I want him to be a volunteer. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I think we all do, right? Like,
right.
It's it's once every few years you get a talent like Boo Carter. But sometimes when you get that talent, it comes with some things. And that sometimes, especially now in this portal era, man, they get to make the decision, right? It's not like we made our decision to walk him through this path to get back on track. How many other teams would just say, we don't really care. We'll just let you keep playing. And then once he gets to the NFL, he makes the bonehead mistake, right? Like that's what happens. And so he can decide what he wants to do in the offseason. But for now, he's number 23 for the Tennessee Volunteers. So,
yep. And that's all you can really ask for.
Yeah. Right.
I'm really happy that we handled everything in the offseason in-house and that he did decide to stay and decide to work through it and decide to try to earn that trust back. It's like there was a press conference that Nick Saban had like 3 or 4 years ago. And people were asking him, like, why didn't you dismiss this kid that, had all these issues? Why didn't you do this? And it's like, well, would I rather dismiss him and send him right back into that environment that made him that way? Or would I rather keep him here with me and try to get him better and teach him that these are the right ways and these are how you carry yourself? And that's what I really, really respect. And that I just really hope that he can get his head on straight. That's all I'm asking for Boo. I don't want to get too like personal or emotional or anything like that, but we're praying for him. We love him, and we just want to see what's best for him.
That's it, bro. That's it. Y'all, it's freaking game week. I'm just happy to be able to say it's game week every week now, except for our bye weeks when it feels like the season's over, but it's not. It's just a week off, right? But guys, we're on for 5 straight weeks, man. We got ETSU, Georgia, UAB, and then we hit the road on the SEC, man, to Mississippi State before we have that first bye week on October 4th, before we welcome Arkansas into Neyland Stadium. And so, Dylan, I mean, brother, I feel good about this week. I'm excited for it. Early in the week, go ahead, drop me a score prediction. What you got?
72-17.
You giving them 17, boy?
I feel like we're gonna have like 5s in. We're gonna be playing like Ben Bolton.
And Ben Bolton played on Saturday, bro. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Everybody watching live right now, man, drop your score predictions in the chat right now if you're able. We'll read them off. I'm in a weird place, dude. Like, I don't know. 70 sounds crazy. I know we scored 70 last year against whoever it was, UTC.
Yeah.
To me, it wasn't even a pretty 70 though last year. Really, like it was 70, but like it wasn't pretty.
No.
I think we're somewhere in the 58 range, and it's really, really pretty. I'm going 58-10.
I can see that too.
Yeah, I'm going something like that. Like we kick maybe a couple field goals, but I think we're going 58-10 and let the rest play out. My boy Tim Rice in the chat says 64-13. I see that too. I see something like that. I'm seeing something like that. Something just high, but like not 70. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's a flashy 50-65. You know, I think it's flashy. I think it's a couple deep balls. I think it's a big run.
Only reason I'm up there at 70 is because I feel like G-Mac's going to get in with like 6 minutes left, and he's just going to be slinging it, bro.
And they're going to let him play. Yeah, they're going to let him play.
Yeah.
They're going to let him play for sure. Y'all, man, thank y'all, man, so much for tapping in with us tonight on a Monday for the Who Is ETU. Just previewing the Buccaneers and the Volunteers on Saturday. Just a reminder that game's at 3:30, that kickoff there. I think it's on ESPN Plus. So if you don't have, SEC Network, I think it's SEC Network Plus. So if you don't have SEC Network, or if you don't have the ESPN Plus membership, go ahead and get it, y'all. I think it's like $7.99, bro. Just pay for it. Get that thing, turn it on so you can watch this football game and support them Vols. But aside from that, man, it's gonna be a great week. Again, y'all, I'm live on Wednesday night with the Blue Chip Breakdown for their midweek chat, and then we'll have our midweek chat. Same time, same place, 8:30 Eastern, right here on YouTube and Facebook. And then you already know you're going to get a pre-recorded show on Friday for our One More Day episode of ETSU Week. But Dylan, man, before we wrap tonight, Brody, you got anything?
No, play clean. Don't get hurt. Just roll on next week.
Stay away from injury this week.
Yes, please.
Stay clean. Joey, get down. Don't be running through don't be running through them. We don't need none of that. Get down. Running backs. I'm cool. Take you a little hit, get down. Like, let's get out of this injury free and let's get ready for Georgia. So very excited for this week, man. I can't wait. We're gonna dive in on Wednesday. Gonna be a great night. But until then, man, y'all have a great rest of your Labor Day. Have a great Tuesday going back to work or whatever you're doing. And tap in with us live on Wednesday, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central. You already know what it is, man. It's Straight Up Tennessee, baby. For my guys, Dylan, man, all my guys that's not on the show tonight, Sale, Turner, C2. It's your boy, Rucking the Building, man. We love you guys. We thank you for the support. Straight Up Tennessee, baby. We'll see you live on Wednesday night for the midweek chat.